Good morning, Facebook. This is in the raw, literally in the raw. I haven't combed, brushed, actually anything. So I wanted to talk to you about, first of all, yes, the title says, How I Survived COVID-19. All my posts have been about COVID-19 because that's the news, okay? And we're gonna milk this. We're gonna milk it. And the reason why I say we're gonna milk it is because people are still coming down with COVID-19 and they are not necessarily knowing what to expect because the news says you're gonna die. You're gonna be on a respirator. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Oh, you might make it. You're asymptomatic. Let me point out some things. You see this banner behind me? I printed and designed it, right? Because I had every intention to create a show, a podcast called After the Wake. So it would be after the wake of COVID-19 and after the wake of waking up and realizing, whoa, I need to do things differently. Main reason, when COVID-19 happened, my business, I had only a handful of clients, right? I can only handle a handful of clients. But I wanted to expand before that. Well, it was very difficult for me to expand if my capacity is only a few people, right? So I said, you know what? COVID-19 hit. I said, I'm not coming out of COVID-19 the same way that I went in. This is a time everybody's home. How can I work that out where it works for my family? There was no stimulus talk. In fact, I didn't even get a stimulus, okay? And maybe I'm on the second wave, I don't know. But my point is, I had a plan mentally, what I was gonna do throughout the COVID-19. We don't know how long it's gonna last. This is the beginning, this is March. We don't know how long it's gonna last. We don't know what we're gonna be, what it's gonna look like. We didn't expect any of this. And then boom, I got hit with the coronavirus. I didn't plan on getting the coronavirus. I was protecting myself as much as I could, but I got hit with it. Okay, now, getting hit with the coronavirus, that was not in my plan. And I'm using this example because a lot of businesses, coronavirus, the epidemic or pandemic, was not in their plan either. They had projections for 2020. New businesses started new businesses for 2020 and had no idea that they would have to scale it way back. Like no customers. I don't know who this is. I'm scared to answer right now, so I'm not. They didn't know they would have to scale back customers, scale back employees, scale back store hours. They didn't know that they would have to scale all this back. They were like, 2020 is the year for 2020 vision. Yeah, it turned into 2020 major decision. Like we had to really change. Like even for myself, I had to really change and reinvent myself in a matter of minutes, like in a New York minute. But all those mental plans that I had, I have no idea what they were. And I'm going to tell you why. I have a little list here. Coronavirus. This is new. I started with a headache, no dry cough, no cough at all. Chills, fever, which meant I was cold and hot at the same time. How many of you know how that feels? Worst feeling in the world. Confusion. Like, I keep going back to those ants. Those ants were my friends because I was watching them and saying, I wonder if they're going to make a shape. Oh, like the big heart or the big arrow and point my way to heaven or something. I don't know. I wasn't here. I was not answering my phone. I was not interested in talking or texting. Nothing. That's not LaDonna. That's not me. I couldn't do jack. Okay. Vision challenges. I can't see in the morning. Hell, I can't see all day. I had these just, one day I felt like, well, let me get some readers so I can see things a little better. Oh, that's cute. I'll wear those one day. I was digging for them because in the morning I'm like, I can't see. I don't know if that's a result, but heck, it has happened in the past 2 or 3 weeks, okay? Weight loss, that was the positive aspect of it. Now, I did post a video of me dancing to some movie on Netflix called Not Fit In or Don't Fit In or something like that. And I look like a big orange next to those little bitty girls. Okay, so my weight loss is we're still on the cusp of that. Now, the reason why I brought up the confusion part was because I don't remember what my intentions were prior to the coronavirus. Like I said, oh yeah, my business, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do. And I didn't write it down because I'm real good at remembering this. I don't remember what all I said. I don't. I'm like backpedaling. Like, okay, well, what was I? It's nothing like what I had on the dry erase board. Everything's different. So, how I survived the coronavirus while having it. Well, if you live alone and they ask you if you want to check into the hospital, please say yes. If you had it like I had it, because everybody has it differently, there is no way you're going to feel like getting up and feeding yourself. You got to eat. I was on my back for 2 weeks. I'm not talking about week 1 and then this is week 2. No, I'm talking about week 1. Week 2. Oh, it's Saturday. Like, there was snow on the ground and was it March? It had to be April. I don't know what month it was. I didn't know what day it was. I knew how many children I had. I knew which ones lived with me. I thank God that my oldest son and his wife fed them, because they too would have, well, they wouldn't have starved because they know how to make a mess in the kitchen. However, we pulled together as a family, okay? So that's how we made it through. I made it through coronavirus. My son just told me this morning that he dreamt that I passed away. Now, I can honestly tell you that I felt that way because of my breathing. And I don't know whatever they threw at me, I just drank it, sipped it, nibbled on it. I had something with some ginger in it. I think it was tea. I had soups that were like my daughter-in-law, her name is Rona. I call her Nora because that means daughter-in-law in Portuguese. But Nora made me some homemade everything. I guess she Googled this stuff, or maybe in Brazil they know what to do, because I had all kind of arrays of soups and eats, nothing heavy. She knew not to bring me that mess. And I mean, I couldn't even eat it, but I sipped on it. You know what I'm saying? So it was enough to survive and get through. Prayer. Prayer should have been number 1 on my list. Did I think to do it? At first, I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember talking to God, and my new phrase every morning or afternoon or whenever the heck I think about it is, good morning, God. How did you sleep last night? I know we're always like, Lord, please give me, do this, do all of this for me, me. Oh yeah, my neighbor and my friends and my family, but me. Well, I've changed my tune. See, this reminds me of when I was 12, okay? I don't want to bore you, but those of you that were in school with me when I was 12, you know what I went through, because of you all, I'm able to speak, talk, walk, think, progress today, okay? And let me tell you what I mean by that. I had spinal meningitis. Look it up. And spinal meningitis at that time ended the lives of at least 2 college students per year in the state of Illinois alone. Spinal meningitis is another virus, okay? We have a vaccine for it now. Now, in having spinal meningitis, it's a fluid that runs up your spine and also has sinusitis. So now we're going up the nasal, right? Now we're causing my brain to swell. Well, if your brain is swelling inside of your skull, you can already imagine why people die. They die because of the swelling inside of their skull. Your skull, you can't just remove it. I mean, well, luckily for me, I had the best doctors in the world, Dr. Frederick Brown at the University of Chicago. My mother got me to Laura Beta Children's Hospital. They gave me some antibiotics. That's always the go-to, right? Yeah, no. I had a seizure. Circled back to the University of Chicago. I'm sorry, to Laura Beta. Laura Beta, she said they airlifted me. I don't recall being airlifted. I thought it was an ambulance. I don't know. But they told my mother when I got to University of Chicago that, look, we got a 50-50 chance on this one. We have to go in her head right now. And she was like, head? What? What are you talking? You mean pull the skin? No. My mother called my grandmother. My grandmother was totally 100% against doctor procedures. But that particular day, my grandmother said, let them. I'm shocked. I mean, I was shocked when I heard that grandma said, give her the green light. So my mother said, all right, check this out. We're going to do this. We're going to pray. I'm going to be there. And my mother was there like every step of the way. She's the reason I'm here, okay? Twice. She brought me in this world and she kept me in this world, okay? Now, when they went in my head, they took out part of my skull. I never talk about this. I never talk about it because I just want to be normal. I don't want anybody to think about, oh, dang, oh, wow, yeah, that's why sometimes I'm wearing my hair a certain kind of way. Some days I just don't feel it, right? So they took out part of that, let it swell. I went into a coma. I was in a coma for about 11 days. Woke up out of that and had a paralysis issue, okay? I was paralyzed from the neck down, all the way, from my neck to the soles of my foot. Sole of my foot. Yeah, that's it. Couldn't move. I was laying on my right side and I woke up and I saw my cousin Regina Sutherland. That's my cousin. I love her. I said, wow, your hair is pretty. Then I said, I'm hungry. Lynn, she's up. That's what she called my mom. I'm like, what? What's going on? The funny thing is, during the coma that I was in, I heard and felt everything. I was there, but I was also with God. This happened in 1986. I remember it like it just happened. But I can't remember what I was thinking about before I went into this coronavirus thing, okay? But enduring that, there was a poem. You guys have seen it, Footprints in the Sand, those of you from Chicago. Some people from other states have never heard of it. I don't get that, but okay. I had never seen it, but I lived it. During that coma, I was in an area, nothing but sand, the color of this wall right here, okay? Coincidentally, I'm painting it now. That takes me back. But anyway, and I was not walking, but I was moving. I could feel the wind, and I saw these tiny stairs that were leading up to the heavens, okay? Later on in high school, I learned those were called ziggurats from the Mongoloids. That's how they got up to the heavens. They built these, okay? Forget that. But I was moving, and it was calm, and it wasn't hot, it wasn't cold, it was perfect. And when I came out of that coma years later, I don't know how many, I don't know if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't remember all that. But when I saw that poem, have you ever seen something and you just broke down on the floor and started crying? Like they just said, you are not that baby's mama. I broke down, I didn't run around. I broke down like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was there. I was there at Footprints in the Sand. That tells me that during the coma, when my body was like I was unconscious. God was talking to me, baby. So the reason why I bring that up is because there are people on respirators because of COVID-19. But don't think they're not there. They are there. They're there talking to God. They're there listening to what's going on in the room. They're there. They can feel the doctors turn them over so they don't get, nurses, turn them over so they don't get bed sores. They can feel all of that. So make sure you call. If this is your loved one, call the nurse. Say, hey, listen, I need to know if you could do something for me, for us, for the family. Please massage those hands, those legs. See, my mother did that for me. Please massage that person. Let them know we care. Or just so they can get some circulation going. They can be laying on their arm and that's circulation. They can't say nothing. They can feel it though. They said to my family, my mother, me, whoever else would listen, she may never walk again. You know, I was paralyzed. She may never walk again. But I'm here to tell you, all those get well cards that were on my wall, they meant something to me. Because while they were over there talking to my mother about I may never walk and I need rehabilitation and all of that, I wasn't hearing that. I didn't even imagine that. I didn't even see it. I wasn't in denial. I just didn't see it, okay? I'm here to tell you, I didn't visualize me in a wheelchair or hobbling on one foot. No, I'm LaDonna. Let me tell you what I did visualize. I read those cards. I had to learn how to write again. I remember that. Made my mother a Mother's Day card. She still got it on some type of manila folder, whatever. And there was one particular card. Out of all the people, I loved them all. There was one girl that I didn't get along with. She sent me a card. When I read her card, this girl was mean to me. I ain't gonna tell you her name because we're friends now. When I read her card, it gave me whatever it gave me. It's going through my system right now because I can feel it. It gave me the will because I said, oh, so-and-so said get well. We good. We friends. She likes me. We're no longer enemies. I want to run and play with it. I want to run and play with her. I was 12. I was still playing. I don't know how long it took me to go through rehab, but not long. I could outrun any boy. I joined the track team in high school, baby. I was a shot putter. And I'm right-handed. So I wasn't shot putting with my left. I'm a shot putter. My point is, it took prayer. One of my best friends, Lynette brought all of her sisters and her mother and grandmother to the hospital room when they pulled me out of ICU. They held hands and prayed around me. I was too stupid to realize the power of prayer. I was giggling, just shy kid. Okay, look, my friend and her family's here. They prayed over me because so-and-so sent me that card, because my mother massaged my legs, my feet. My mother was there. Me and my mother fought over the music on the radio. Even then, that was 1986. I'm telling my age, right? My mother played my music on my pink radio. I heard it while I was in that coma. These people that are sedated on respirators, they can hear, okay? You got to bring in a radio, plug in a phone, ask. Ask if you can do these things. They can hear you. So because of that time in my life, I had to wear a helmet, okay, what happened with my head? I ain't had no skull. I mean, I had a skull, but I was missing a piece, okay? Brain went back to normal, not compromising, I didn't have to touch that. I was still one of the smartest kids in the class. And 6 months later, they put my bone back. They put it back. Like, okay, we back now. But over a period of 4 years, it deteriorated. The technology wasn't there then. They probably put my stuff in a jar instead of in my body so it could breathe and live. And I have a plate in my head. Now it's not metal. I don't go through the metal detectors, sending signs. Hey, nope, that's not me. That's him with the replacement knee. My stuff is plastic, baby. I got cutting edge technology up in this piece. And I'm still here, okay? Roll forward. That was 1986. Now we're in 2020. Every morning I wake up at 6 o'clock. I don't know why. Whether I got somewhere to be or not. It could be because I'm so excited about life still from 1986 when I was questioning God and if he cared about me, loved me, had anything for me. Yes, he did. He does. And blessings aren't coming. They're already here. Did you open your eyes? And those that didn't open their eyes, but they're still here, those are blessings. Okay? My friend is in the hospital wiggling his toe. Somebody else's family member just got pulled out of the coronavirus ICU into regular ICU. That's a blessing. Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody. I ain't gonna preach. I don't preach. I'm not a preacher. I curse like a sailor, but not on Facebook. Now, let's get back to how I survived coronavirus. I survived coronavirus because of my faith and because of the faith around me, because of my family. Even my boys weren't acting up. The little ones, they're so bad. Don't tell them I told you. Ooh, I don't get it. I always say when somebody else's kids are acting like that, I'm like, those are my kids. They wouldn't be acting like that. That's a lie. Those kids are going to be who they are. I just have to stay on them. But they were not acting up. They were concerned. They were worried. I survived because of will. Where there's a will, there's a way. And you know who gave me that will? God gave us that will. And we can all bring that will together and survive coronavirus. Now, there are some homeless veterans out there that serve this country and don't have a home. That always kind of, I don't understand that. Like, you serve the country, you missing limbs or not, and you still struggling? Okay, well, we can't depend on the government. We can depend on each other. I come from a family of veterans. Georgia Doty, HIV, and hepatitis community outreach. Try saying that 5 times. I didn't even have it written down. I have it memorized. They are raising funds to support homeless veterans all year round. But now that COVID-19 has hit, they are raising funds to protect homeless veterans from COVID-19. I don't know if you guys saw this on TMZ. Please don't let me get the name mixed up. Who was it, this rapper? Come on, LaDonna. He used to be called Titty Boy. Now he is 2 Chainz. Okay, whoo. Met him. He sent me a friend request. I denied it because it said Titty Boy. I didn't, okay, but I didn't know it was going to be 2 Chainz. Anyway, 2 Chainz has a restaurant and he was going to open. Instead of opening his restaurant, he decided, nah, I'm serving food to the homeless. Some of those homeless could be veterans. Some of the homeless you see out here could be veterans. Yeah, there's shelters and all. It's not up to the shelters, it's up to you. So I put the link to the GoFundMe for Georgia Doty, HIV, and hepatitis community outreach so that you can give $20, $30, $10, $5, okay? Now, what that money goes towards, PPE for veterans, for homeless veterans, so that they are protected during this pandemic and forever. How about infinity and beyond? Okay? Your small donation, your small contribution can help them to help others. My small contribution in sharing what I went through when it comes to COVID-19, also known as Rona, that 19 coronavirus or coronavirus. I've seen it in 2 words and 1. I'm confused now. However, you know what I'm talking about when I say this. Before I had it, I wanted to help people through it. That's why I came up with After the Wake, okay? After the wake means after you wake up through this coronavirus because you've been at home. Some of you have lost your jobs. You've lost the loved ones because of this. There's a lot. Domestic violence is up. Drug abuse is up. A lot of things are up and a lot of things are down. Okay, we're going through this together. You know what I'm saying? We're going through this together. You're not alone. So if I can help, you can inbox me. If you have my number, you can call me. I don't know what I can do, but I don't know what I can do. I just said that twice. Wow, see, that's that corona. I ain't gonna blame the corona. But what I can do is help. That's what I was put here on earth to do. I know it is. It's inevitable. I have to help, okay? That's just who I am. I didn't put on any makeup, no eyebrows. I ain't got on nothing. I just got up and I wanted to talk to you. And I wanted to let you know that we can help each other through this pandemic and beyond, okay? It doesn't have to just be pandemic. Okay, pandemic over, let's go back to normal. No. A closed fist Can't nobody put nothing in that. This is me giving you all that I can. Oh, thank you. And that's you giving me all that you can. That's just how it works. I need your prayers to go up. We're going to pray for these people that are affected and not affected. Asymptomatic folks, I'm going to pray for you all too. You all walking around with the virus and you don't know you have it, but you're spreading it. This has been going on for centuries. The flu ain't new, okay? It's just a new form of it. I want to thank you for listening. And don't forget, face masks, I believe, are, as of today, in the state of Illinois, they are the law. If you are in a public place, you must wear them. Don't be afraid. I know some of you all are worried about your makeup and all of that. Either you're going to worry about your makeup alive or in your casket. Which one do you choose? Priorities, people. I love you so much. You can follow me wherever. I don't think I'm that interesting, but I'm going to keep it moving. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Feel free to share. Bye.